guys, we're back. I wanted to do this video. I was planning on doing another video in the series referring back to the declination diagram and what we talked about on the last one as far as converting from map north to magnetic north and vice versa. I was trying to keep it simple without confusing you guys at the beginning, but I think I found an easier way to explain it, so that's why I'm going to shoot this video the way I did. So stay with me and we're going to talk about converting azimuths using the declination diagram. Stay with me, I'll be right back. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see this. What I explained in the last video was grid north and magnetic north, and I explained it as G was general and M was major, and what you had to do to convert it. So if you're going from a general to a major, you would subtract that number that's shown in the declination diagram, and vice versa. If you went from major to general, you would add that number. Well, that only applies if your declination diagram looks like the right half of this. If your declination diagram is on this left hand side, it's actually the opposite. So I drew this little diagram. Hopefully it's going to show up clear enough on video so you guys understand it. Your grid north is always going to be in the center on your declination diagram, and it's going to look just like that with a full arrow. Off to the side here I got a little star with a TN, and that just represents true north. So let's look, for instance, on this right hand side. You can see my arrows here. A half an arrow on your line represents magnetic north. So my half arrow here with the MN, that's magnetic north. So if we're going to convert an azimuth from magnetic to grid, which is major to general, you're going to add whatever that degree is going to give you there on the declination diagram, and vice versa. If you're going to go from grid north to magnetic north, you're going to subtract whatever that degree is that they give you in there. So on the bottom you can see you're going to subtract going from grid to magnetic, then on the top you're going to add going from magnetic to grid. And that's exactly how I explained it in that last video, referring back to general and major. So again, if your declination diagram shows it on the left hand side of your, whatever that degree is, I said it was 7 degrees on our map. So if it was 7 degrees different and it's on this side of the declination diagram, you're going to do exactly the opposite. So going from magnetic to grid, in this case, we're going to subtract that 7 degrees, and vice versa. Going from grid to magnetic, we're going to add that 7 degrees. So like I said, I was going to shoot that in a 2-part series and try to keep it simple at the beginning so I wouldn't confuse anybody. But the more I thought about it, I think it would have added to the confusion. So hopefully this will clear that up for you guys a little bit better. It probably helped to draw this little formula down for yourselves. So depending on what map you're looking at, like I said, they're all going to be different as far as the declination diagram. So this is kind of a little cheat sheet that'll help you out in the field. And again, I just wanted to clear that up. This is pretty important information. I didn't want to steer somebody the wrong way, especially with land nav, and get somebody lost. So that's the reason for shooting this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay with me on the next one. We're going to talk about measuring distance on a map, straight and curved line. So we'll see you on the next one.